what a day. Oh my God. I'm so happy. I actually traded really well today. Um, Now, I know some of you are big time traders out there. Obviously, if you are, you're probably not watching this. But I know people who trade large caps, and that's pretty much what I traded today. I know that you're making big bank out there, thousands a day probably. But for me, this was really big. So I toned it down and I didn't take as many trades. I traded a lot of various stocks because I'm noticing that when I'm noticing that my first trade in a stock will be green, even maybe one or two scalps, and then I start to give it back. So lately, and I did this yesterday, I just take one or two scalps, get out, move on to something else. And for some reason, that's helping my brain just know, oh, I got a little pocket of money sitting over here. Oh, I just put in a little more over here. And if I move on to a different stock, it feels like I'm starting fresh and it's okay. I don't get so stressed about losing. I don't know what it is. It's a mental thing, but listen, it's working for me. So I'm going to stick to it right now. If that's my strategy, is just to take two scalps and move on to another one, that's fine. So I pretty much stuck with all the stocks I know. I did trade a couple new ones. I traded AVGO, just I think it was one or two quick scalps. And then oh my God, I had one big loser, Tesla. You guys, yesterday I kicked ass on Tesla because the volume was so low and it made it easier for me to trade. Well, today that volume came back in and I traded high share size, the size that I was trading yesterday, which I should not have done. So I was down, I'm looking at my notes, I was down quite a bit, close to 200 on Tesla. And that is one that I had to just keep going back to and trying to make 10 bucks here, 10 bucks there. So I did pull out with a negative $103. And then I started trading my live account today in NinjaTrader, trading futures. For about 6 months, I've been following Robert Anderson on YouTube, and I've only been trading his strategies in my sim account. And once a month, I take a live trade because NinjaTrader requires you to take at least one trade per month to keep from getting charged a monthly fee or something like that. I think it's the data. No, it's not the data. It's some monthly fee of $25 I save if I just take one trade. So I haven't really been counting that because I just take it sometimes real quick to keep the account going. Anyways, today was the first live trading and I actually did $116.92. So I'll pull that up real quick and show you. It was only, I think, 2 trades. So it's not like it's a lot, but I am going to start showing more of my NinjaTrader trading and more of his strategies because I now start to feel more comfortable talking about them. And you can always follow Robert Anderson on YouTube, and I'll have it here on the screen. All right, so today's total with the one loss, once I calculate in that $103 loss, was $409.36. I am so pleased. I had 10 stocks or 10 different items I traded. I had 9 green and 1 loss. So hallelujah. That was great. So let's go see what I did. Super stoked. Hope I can keep it up tomorrow. And it's tough. Trading was tough today, let me tell you, because things were going up and then they were going down. And then at the end of the day, they were moving back up. Anyways, let me know what you guys did too. I want to hear how you did. Okay, let's go look. All right. I hope that you can see this. I was having a hard time a few weeks ago sharing my NinjaTrader screen for some reason, so hopefully this will work out. I was trading YM today, and this is Robert Anderson's chart setup. It's the whole setup that he uses. And I'm not going to go over all these lines and boxes. Over time, I will. But if you really want to see what he does, it's super easy. You can trade live with everyone in the morning on YouTube. He usually goes live about 8:30 Eastern time. Sometimes a little earlier than that because gold, we start trading gold at the gold open, which is 8:20. I might be wrong on some of this because I'm trying to calculate in my head. I'm West Coast. So yeah, it's 5:20 my time. So anyways, this was the opening range box for, it's a 15-minute opening range area. If you're familiar with opening range, a lot of people trade opening range breaks. So this had set up. I was not really focused today. I knew I wanted to trade my live account, but I was trading so many stocks over on ThinkOrSwim on another screen that I kind of wasn't paying attention to this. So I did get 2 trades in, and I'm going to show you guys on this account. This is pretty much, I guess, basically like a small account challenge because I had $1,000 in this account. Here's my live account. You can see I'm
showing you on the top of the screen, my live account had 1,000 in it last week, but I added 500 to it because I wanted it to be just an even 1,500. I wasn't sure how much margin I was going to need in NinjaTrader because I've been trading in the sim for so long and I haven't really paid attention to margin. And because of the volatility in gold and oil, I heard that margin requirement was um, going up. So just in case, I may trade $1,500. So today I made, oh, I don't know why it's not showing you my, I didn't make 130. I only made $116.92 because the market is now closed. So it's not showing you my realized. They took out commissions. So it's actually a little less than 130. The simulated account started at 50,000 last week and I'm at $420.79. I took one or two trades in the sim today because I was distracted and didn't want to use my live account a little later on. So that was only 65.50. Now what I will do if I'm not sure if I want to be in the trade, if I'm not comfortable with what's happening and I don't know if I've followed his system correctly, I'll actually jump in the sim account just to make sure because I don't want to, I don't have much money in here, 1,600 for goodness sakes. That could go really fast. All right, so here's what I did. YM opened. Here's your opening range box. This is the bottom of the box. Here's the top of the box. And the dotted line in the middle, the red dotted line is the middle, the mid range of the top and the bottom of the opening range. So YM came down, but kind of traded inside the box here. I didn't catch any of this. I could have caught this heading up here and heading back down. I didn't see it till it was about right here. And I noticed that we rejected off of this. This is a 9 EMA on your 1 minute chart. So he calls this the 1 minute gold line. So I caught this rejection right here. But if you look, it was also rejecting off the bottom of the box and this SMA and this EMA. It was kind of rejecting the whole area. So that I felt that was really strong. So I got into that in my live account. And I accidentally took two. I had over here on my ATM two selected. I forget that for some reason on this screen, it always says two. I need to keep it at one. And I didn't check and it got me in for two. That kind of flustered me because it was my first time trading, like really officially trading live. So I did get a little flustered. And so I moved my stop and got out early. I didn't look at how far this ran down. Oh my God. I'm sure this was about $1,000 or $2,000. It was a lot. I just captured it right here on this purple triangle. That was my entry. I got out one just a little bit lower right here and the next one here. But that was a pretty good move. I mean, I got in at 82 and shorted it down to 79 and 75. So that was actually really good. And then over here was the second one. It came down and then it came up and tested this 9 EMA and rejected it. So I put some notes here just to show you why I got in. Let me just move that. All right, so this came down. We tested this gold line. We never closed past it and rejected off it. So I waited a little late. I saw it a little late and I got in right here, but I waited for this to come down. Actually, I didn't wait too late. I was actually waiting for this. That's why I put notes here. It tested this 1 minute gold line, the 9 EMA. It came down and we have this inside bar and then it comes up and it tested this again, but it never went past it and closed up in this area. So this actually rejected here and I got in right at the tick below this. And then I only took it right to here. This is the YM and it's not the MYM. This is a full contract, the micros. And I normally trade the minis. But I was already over here and didn't want to switch over. So I was a little freaked out because that's a bit more money than a micro. So I moved my stop and got out pretty quick. So anyways, it was $130 before commissions. So that was great. Okay, I'm going to clear this screen and take us to another screen. All right, this will be quick. I traded quite a few stocks, so I don't want it to go on forever. I like nice short videos. And because I didn't mark out levels, all I used was these whole and half dollars. They're these dashed lines. There's really not a lot I could show you of why I took the trades. I'm literally scalping, and I'm just using the scalping indicator, and I'm watching to see buyers and sellers and see who's at the top and who's not. So if buyers are coming up and sellers are going down, I'm usually going long. And when it switches and I start to see sellers coming up in these volume bars, then I'm starting to think about taking it short. So I did a quick trade here and took all this short here, ended up with $50. Not the best, but again, I'm scalping for pennies. I'm watching my spread. Google wasn't a 30-cent spread, by the way, not during the day. So I'm just making sure that I take the spread, double it because it's a round trip, and making sure that I scalp for more than what that spread is, if possible, without losing. And that's it. No other levels on any of these. So it's pretty much just scalping with the scalping indicator. So here we have INTC. I never trade this stock. I did see news on it this morning. Stocks were dumping this morning because everyone was taking profit from the overnight and from pre-market. Everything had run up so high. So I didn't make a whole lot. I made 109. And most of this I did take long, but this area right here got me chopped up. These levels, the whole and half dollars that are the dashed, this got hung up here. And when it came up here, I actually lost a little bit right here. I thought it was going to push past, and it did not. This level stuck. And so I did lose a little. And then I shorted it here, and then I got back in long here. And that was all I traded, just scalping. Again, watching that spread, watching the scalping indicator to see where the buyers and sellers are, and just trying to trade and get in on the wave of the action, whether it's going up or down. And then Palantir, again, whoops, it was only $37 and a penny. And that was just one trade here and then one trade, back over here where you saw. And it was just real quick here and then back over here a little later. And that was it. And then NVIDIA, same thing, just, whoops. Oh, goodness, this is so slow when I'm screen sharing. All right, NVIDIA, I'm trading 500 shares here. I only made $46.55. 500 shares was probably too much on a day like today. I probably should have toned it down a bit, but I am green. I'm not using any levels except whole and half dollars, and I'm just scalping. Again, watching the spread and watching the scalping indicator. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's move on to Tesla. Tesla was a mess. Tesla beat me up. I was bloody. These are blood stains on the chart. Those aren't sell orders. Okay, I'm not even going to show you each and every little trade. It was just scalping. I was trying to go short when it was going down and obviously go long when it was going up. The spread was much higher today, or not much. It was a little bit higher. And the volume was higher, and that's what got me. I was trading too large a share size, even though it was only 50 shares over here and 100. It was 100, 250 and 100 over here. So that's where I got my big losses. Then I toned it down, and then I had to try to pull out of a $250 loss. So I ended up getting a $103 loss and just said, forget it. I was pretty exhausted. So AMD was a lot of trading. This was the one where I traded probably a little too much. And I will get better at this. I still, even when I trade this much, I'm still pulling out green days and right around 50 to 100 to 150. So I'm happy with that. And this will get better over time. I've come a long ways in 3 years, and I know that, and I'm happy about it. And I just acknowledge it, and it's okay. Just I want to keep trading the share size because my hands are not sweating and my heart is not racing. So I'm at that level where I'm comfortable with this share size, and I don't want to go down. I want to keep progressing up, but I have to stay at this level for quite a while. I have a feeling until I start seeing these numbers come up, I will be at this level for quite a while. I'm in no hurry to move up. So this was just a real quick $3 is all I made. It was Amazon. I told you yesterday I'm just starting to trade Amazon. I own it, so I moved it out of this day trading account. I moved it into another account so I could trade it. I need to get used to Amazon, and I was trading too large a share size for a stock that I've never traded, day traded. So that was it, $3. I moved on. I wasn't interested. Later in the afternoon, AVGO I think I wanted to just get a couple more bucks in. I want to start trading more in the afternoons just because of work schedules. Sometimes that's all I'm going to have. So I need to start getting used to the volatility in the afternoon and whatever's happening and how my stocks trade. It also allows me to get a range. Notice this range that it was doing. I liked that. So I decided to come in here and try to capture this range going back up to that level. I didn't do too good, $29.10. The spread was quite high on this. And because I'm used to scalping for just a few cents, I need to practice this a little more. If Broadcom is one I'm going to trade, I definitely need some more practice. And I probably should not have been trading this share size for a stock I don't know. But I saw this range and felt comfortable that I could run it from here to here. I just didn't do so good. So that's it. Total today with the futures and counting that loss on Tesla, it was $409.36. Super happy, super excited, very pleased. So let me know what you guys did today and hoping I can keep this up. That would be really nice.